Hello everybody, welcome to this week's Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast, episode 77. I am your host, Movement. I've got Chris and Jack with me this week. Say hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
Shortcut Matt.
Matt's not here.
Yeah, Matt is not
He
here.
was.
Although
He was
I
here
thought
2 minutes ago.
Sure. I can't do intros again.
Numpty, you big numbskull.
Yeah, so big disclaimer before we start this week. I've got a cold, so if I start coughing and spluttering and you hear it, I do apologise.
I'm not editing it every time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to try and mute, and I will do my best. Let's. How are we first before we go anywhere else?
Good.
How are we?
Doing fine. How are you doing, Smoothman? Seeing as you want us to ask you.
Just ill. That's it, really.
Right.
Work. Being ill
Work.
doesn't help.
Work.
But yeah, it's all
You
good.
get for working in a school, mate.
I know. It's like freshers' flu, but I get it every year.
Child
Three.
germs.
3 times a year, at least. So, this week, let's get through the news because the biggest news this week is AEW did a thing and have angered.
No, they didn't do a thing. That's the point.
They have angered every single UK wrestling fan in
The
the
UK.
UK. I was like, in the world. I was like, no.
In the world.
So ITV. So this came out from a schedule person
He's the
from
scheduling manager.
head scheduling manager, whatever you want to call it, from ITV. He tweeted it out. Everybody then went, "What?" Pretty
He
much.
tweeted what out?
He tweeted out about what was happening in terms of the brand new weekly show, which was then taken down. Then ITV Wrestling actually announced it properly with the tweet of announcement. ITV is to show brand new weekly wrestling show AEW Dynamite on free-to-air television from next month. The run will start with the full 2-hour show on ITV4 on Sunday, the 6th of October at 8:20 a.m.
Only priests wake up at that time.
Followed by a 1-hour highlights program on ITV on Monday, the 7th of October at 11:45 p.m. That was the first tweet of 2. It then goes on to say shows will run sequentially leading up to pay-per-view events, including before 9th of November, Full Gear. So more details, including subsequent schedule information to follow soon. Big L.
Massive
L.
humongous L.
Which obviously took a lot of the UK fans. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, up until quite recently, I've not had that much hype for AEW for a little while. I've been enjoying NXT stuff, and I'm just comfortable with what I'm watching. And sure, I'll watch AEW when it comes out, and I'll make a full judgment from there. But I've not been all that fussed about it. But this has really taken me out of it completely.
I am very angry. I was really hyped. I was looking forward to it. I was like, yes, free to air wrestling on my TV. Get involved. Get it recorded. Watch.
Bear in mind, it's TV 14 as well. So it's not PG stuff they're showing.
The Sunday full show will be heavily edited.
Yeah,
because it's not past Watershed.
Hey, good luck watching a Jimmy Havoc match at 8:20 in the morning. No, it's not going to happen, and it's so poor planning. I had a quick look on the old Reddits, and big old Melty Melt had a few words to say. Apparently, there is a scheduling issue. The original plan was to air it live on ITV, but at the last minute there was a pullout from somewhere along the line, albeit whether it was ITV.
Adverts,
no, it was TNT that was the problem. TNT had an issue with it in some capacity. So therefore, they've had to try and do a workaround. But this will massively hit ITV's figures. Massively.
The bit that annoys me is the original tweet that came out from the guy who's the scheduler said this is due to ad issues. So in other words, because the adverts in America, they have more ad breaks, and the ad breaks and stuff over here are different, blah, 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 blah. I was like, that's a bullcrap excuse. Because if you look at, yes, I know Sky is going to charge money for you to have a subscription before all the people who are listening get on my back. But if you are watching WWE on Sky, they have an advert. Yes, you know when the adverts are coming. Yes, you know that when they keep showing the Raw logo, they don't know when they're coming back. They're preparing for it, and then it happens. You could do that with ITV4.
It's disappointing.
It's heavily. I'm really pleased.
It's not. It's the fact that Cody and the Bucks said literally WWE's TV deal sucks compared to what we've got. So this was months ago. So this is apparently better than what WWE's got.
So it's bravado in some capacity.
It's utter bullshit.
They've bitten off the more they can chew. I'm sorry.
I don't
think that's what it is.
No, I don't. I think what they've done is they've expected more than what ITV are willing to deliver.
False promises, effectively.
Well, don't expect it. Don't tell everyone then.
Yeah, and
if they said we're working on trying to get it live, no promises. We'll try and work them out, and people wouldn't mind as much. Granted, there'll still be a bit of backlash because it's 4 days later. But don't come out and say this is the best ever UK wrestling deal ever since the world of time started.
Because I mean, if
are they calling it that because it's what's in America? They've just disregarded the UK when they've talked about this deal.
I think
this deal. He said the WWE have a really bad UK deal. We've got a deal with ITV that will blow them out of water. That was what he said about the UK TV deal.
Jeez Christ!
Live on it was at a Starcast on one of the panels, and Tony Khan said that the UK TV deal was going to be great. We haven't got a TV. I'm not accepting this as a TV deal.
It's not.
No, I'm not.
This ITV thing.
It's
the next thing is okay.
Then Tony Khan decided to tweet out. This was 20 hours ago. So when was the other one tweet go out? About an hour before?
It was a day ago. It was literally yesterday, wasn't it?
The other one was about an hour before, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think. So he put the four. He then put 2 tweets out, actually. AEW Dynamite episodes will stream live in the UK on Fight TV for $4.99, that is, month subscription, or $2.99 per episode. We can't broadcast live free-to-air in the UK due to a different ad break schedule than in the US. What?
It's bollocks.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
No one cares. Just... people are going to record it and watch it the day after anyway.
You know what I think this is? This might sound ridiculous, but I don't think ITV people are in office overnight. This might sound ridiculous, but you think about it, right?
Oh, hello ITV. I'd like a new job, please.
Yeah.
I don't like teaching anymore. I'll come and work in your offices overnight if I get to watch your wrestling.
It's
not hard.
I can't. This is bollocks. I'm sorry, but it's bollocks. And now clearly this Fight TV deal was hashed out as soon as that reaction came. As soon as Khan saw the reaction, Cody went, "Oh God, what the hell have we done here?" And Khan's gone, right, let's just hash something out with Fight quickly, so we've got something in place and ready."
Yeah,
because honestly, if because we don't necessarily know whether the problem is AEW or whether it's ITV
or TNT.
I personally think it rests with ITV. I don't think AEW had a problem here.
I think they've all
AEW promised and not delivered, and that's that sucks. But there's clearly a blockage somewhere because AEW wouldn't purposefully do this, would they?
I don't think
purposefully fuck with the UK audience. Who, bear in mind, on pay-per-views they were gushing about the UK fans staying up overnight to watch All Out, and they were loving it on the pre-shows. Thank you to all the UK fans watching on ITV box office and this, that, and the other. And they were loving all of that. So then, why do all that and then have this position? So it's clear that there's been a blockage. I think it's out of AEW's hands. But at this point, AEW need to be circulating for another deal. They're not going to get free to air. It's not going to be free to air. It's clearly not going to be free to air. They can't get free to air.
Have ITV tied them in for so many years, or whatever? Because if you look at I know this is WWE.
If the agreement was to have free, it's not even a matter of fact it's free. That doesn't matter. To have live shows, if that was part of the deal, then someone's broken the deal somewhere.
He then goes on to finish that first tweet by saying, ITV and ITV4 will show free-to-air replays, making our show available to most UK fans. He then finishes with the $4.99 a month subscription or $2.99 a month episode, for live episodes of AEW Dynamite and Fight, and plus free-to-air replays on ITV and ITV4 will provide multiple ways for UK fans to watch the show. ITV serves all UK fans for free, and go-home shows will be broadcast free-to-air before all pay-per-views. Free-to-air 3-4 days after the pay-per-view.
No. What I think they'll do is they'll fit the free-to-air. They'll fit those ones in.
I'll do the go-home show just before the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, literally, a few hours before.
It doesn't compute with me. I very much think that AEW needs to go and find a new deal immediately.
At the moment, which
UK TV channel would take it?
I hear Sky haven't got anything going on now with wrestling.
Sky have just lost the deal with WWE.
Yeah, but Sky, you have to pay for a subscription.
Yeah, but most people have already got Sky.
True.
Unfortunately,
Sky comes with most packages nowadays, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it goes back to what Matt was saying. It basically because Matt went on. I genuinely wish Matt was here tonight on this call.
Matt has been on an absolute mad one this week.
Oh, he has about it. And one of the things he said is it's basically encouraging people to find illegal streams. It is, and I don't blame him. I'm not fucking paying for it. If this is how badly that they're going to treat the UK fans, then I'm not going to fucking bother.
The paying for it, the $5 a month, working pounds. We don't use dollars. Come on, guys. It doesn't matter. So people in this country won't be able to afford $5 a month. So you're already cutting those people out. But AEW,
you're cutting under 16 audience out straight away.
AEW is dead on arrival in the UK because you're not going to get the casual fans to pay £5 a month because that's what you kind of want. You want, granted, that they base more to the smarky lot, but to build your company, you kind of do need the casuals there as well.
100%. Which is
that's
why,
cut them all out as well.
Which is why I guess that they're going, hey, we'll do a showing of it at 8:20 on a Sunday morning, but you're not. I mean that I guess that might not be that much of an issue, but it affects the smarks more than the casuals. Definitely affects the smarks more casuals. Because casuals can pick it up at 8:20 on a Sunday morning and be like, hey, cool, let's watch this wrestling. Why is Jimmy Havoc stapling this man to a ring post?
Why can't
okay, kids, we're going out.
More like, why can I not see Jimmy Havoc stapling?
Why is the screen blurred?
Why is it black and white? What has happened? Why is a man got red stuff on his face, but I can't see it?
Exactly. So it's. I'm certain AEW have been put in an awful position, but at the same time, to have left it this late now,
because this is the first time ITV have actually tweeted since All Out,
which I saw. I checked it yesterday. I was like, they haven't tweeted. They haven't even promoted it. Fuck. Like,
oh, I lie. No, I lie. The first time the first tweet that they sent, or the last tweet they sent, was September the 5th, which was
wishing Awesome Kong a happy birthday or something like that.
No, it was a video of. Oh no, that's a retweet.
21 days ago was the last interaction from the ITV wrestling account. It's not a good sign, is it?
And it's not even us. Like, I don't think Canada have got anything yet either. So they might be on this Fight TV thing. They've left everything to the last minute. They've concentrated just on the American audience, which is fine. Like, their main audience is the American audience. But
I don't know,
everyone
Canada's
else,
quite a smarky place.
yeah, but obviously you want to sort out America first, don't you? That's your. But they've had months to sort this out. Oh, make America great again.
Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
But yeah, to leave it's next week. It starts next week.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't know I haven't seen if Canada have got anything yet. We've obviously had all this shit show going on here.
There's not been any announcement from the Canadian side of things, or Mexico, or Australia, or New Zealand, or any of the other places that are heavily into wrestling. I mean, I think also that Tony Khan put in that Fight TV thing, it didn't just specify UK, it specified international view.
Yeah, that's why they did it in dollars, I assume. But
yeah,
like, then it's not just like you're losing casual fans in Canada as well. Then, like,
yeah,
It's Fight TV is not a TV deal.
No, it's not.
It's a streaming service, so you might as well stream it somewhere else. Not saying that you should.
Why don't you fucking stream it on YouTube?
Or borrow somebody's Fight TV login.
I'm sorry, but
I don't know if I'm paying for it yet. I don't know if
you can region lock YouTube. Unless you've got a VPN, you can region lock YouTube. Why not broadcast on YouTube? Is TNT free in the States?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
TNT's paid.
Okay, so if TNT is paid for service, then fine. But there has to be a reasonable way to try and get the UK fans engaged.
This isn't it.
No.
I personally think they've already alienated a lot of people.
Okay, I'm gonna start watching Impact.
I genuinely, I think I mentioned this earlier. I was super hyped. They kept leaving it and leaving it and leaving it. Didn't hear anything. I went, don't even know if we're gonna get a deal. What is this? And then now I've got this.
Like, if you think when NXT said that it's going to be 24-hour delay, we all moaned to buggery about it. We were like, 24 hours delay, fuck's sake, we're going to skip it. Granted, it used to be on tape delay, so we don't have to wait. Skip spoilers for 2 weeks, I guess.
24 hours, I don't mind about, mate.
Like 4 days in the morning on a Sunday, 8 o'clock in the morning, where it's going to be more watered down than WWE is. Fucking joke, man. Wasting it.
I mentioned this to you yesterday in the DMs when it was announced. I already have, once SmackDown goes to 3 hours, I'm going to already have up to 8 hours of wrestling to watch a week.
Let's not also forget the fact that Impact have now got a massive TV deal in the States with access.
With New Japan as well. So, Impact are now in a seriously strong position. Again. So, they're going to be getting a lot more traction. I think I saw a schedule thing. So, Raw is going to be on Monday, Impact on Tuesday, NXT, AEW on Wednesday. Thursday's something I can't remember. Some American show I can't remember. Friday SmackDown, Saturday New Japan, Sunday pay-per-views with Saturday pay-per-views as well. There's
never been a better time to be a wrestling fan.
And it's not as if you can say, I have to watch all of it. You can pick what you enjoy and you will watch it.
And that's the thing. You can pick what you enjoy. So people aren't going to pick AEW because they have to go out their way to get a new thing. In the UK or Canada or whatever.
For me, like I said to you earlier, Jack, when we were having a conversation about whether we've watched NXT or not, I won't watch NXT the day after because I'd have to go and find an illegal stream that's already happened of USA, then jump to the WWE Network. I might as well just wait 24 hours till 2 a.m. tonight.
WWE Network, which is still unreliable for people.
Well, it's fine for me.
Yeah,
whereas
it's fine for me. Not as bad for me now.
Technically, it's not a 2-hour show anyway because it's an hour and 32.
It will be next week. Next week it's
fully 2 hours.
Fully USA.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be and I probably won't watch it straight away. I'll do what I usually do. I'll flick through Reddit when I wake up in the morning, catch up on all the highlights and the important bits, and then I'll go back and then sort of investigate further because I don't have the time to watch 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of wrestling a week.
I don't. I definitely don't. Sorry.
But yeah, it's NXT's got, for us, it's a shoddy deal, I think. But AEW shat all over that, and it makes the NXT deal looks awesome. With the 24-hour delay.
I bet you Trips is laughing his head off at that.
Oh, I bet he's pissing himself, mate. Absolutely pissing himself.
They've royally fucked it. And bear in mind, I mean, the Bucks have stated that they want to come over to the UK next year for an AEW tour.
Thing is, no,
they'll still sell out.
They'll still sell it out, mate.
They'll still sell out
because people like me and Kev had this conversation in the back of the car on the way back from New Japan. He says, "Right, I'm running out." He says, "I'm running out of wrestling shows to watch live. I've seen this. I just need progress. And if the AEW boys come over, and people like him, and I'm going to hold my hand up, I will probably do it as well."
One thing this country needs is a WWE pay-per-view, like Rebellion was years and years and years ago.
No, not like Rebellion, more like SummerSlam 1994.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but
Rebellion was trash.
Huh?
Rebellion and Insurrection was beat.
Don't hate on them.
It was UK pay-per-view. Stop hating, you hater. Hater.
It counted. We need We need a major pay-per-view in the UK. Because, the UK is a massive contributor to wrestling. And I think we deserve it.
Yep. Let's move on to other news items that we've got this week. Literally today, the new announced teams confirmed by WWE for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. NXT will stay the same, so we'll have Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, and Beth Phoenix. Raw will be Vic Joseph, Dio Madden, and King the Jerry Lawler, which
temporarily,
I believe
Jerry
is
Lawler.
King
of the Jerry Lawler.
King is temporary.
Jerry
apparently.
the King Lawler. That's the one I said.
Which is most important. Is King is only temporary.
Yes, only temporary.
Why is he temporary? I don't get why he's temporary. Why is
because
he
he's a
twat. Is it just because he's the name?
Money.
Is it just because he's the name? Season premiere. Go on, bring King on commentary.
Why is it called a season premiere?
Don't. You got that
America,
before me, Chris.
America do it weirdly, don't they?
But no, right?
So they Raws in seasons, hence why the new logos come out. And
also, alongside this, Renee and Booker T are hosting a show post SmackDown.
WWE back.
Yes.
No, it's on Tuesday.
Is it okay?
It's going to be on Tuesday.
So there's going to be a Fox Sport. Yeah, it's on Fox Sports 1, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, I think it's WWE Backstage, I think it's called.
Are you sure? Because there's news that Renee's reprising her role as a commentator.
Renee is not. It says that she's going to be on SmackDown Live, but I think she's going to be more doing her.
She's a special contributor from.
Yeah, she's going to be a host.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
She's going to be mainly a hoster, I think.
And also, Tom Phillips will be doing some producing work.
Because that's the most vague thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is incredibly vague, because I really like Tom Phillips, so it's a shame.
Decent play-by-play guy.
Yeah, I really enjoy having him around. Him and Graves is
they've gone all in on Vic Josephs, which, to be fair, I'd fucking love Vic.
I am so glad. Massive props to Vic Joseph. If you didn't catch the SmackDown ones, they were Michael Cole and Corey Graves as a two-man booth with Renee somewhere in some capacity.
I think Renee will be on the commentary, but I think she'll do other bits as well.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. It's all confusing.
I thought it was going to be a two-man booth. I don't know why.
They put out that it's going to be free. Two-man and a woman.
No. Okay.
But it says special contributor.
I did have to Google who Dio Madden was.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
6'7" former NFL player. He's been wrestling in NXT since 2016 or something.
I don't know who he was. I was like,
he has been doing 205 recently.
Wait, that is a point. So where does Aiden English fall into this? Because I really enjoyed Aiden English's commentary on 205.
Future endeavoured.
No, don't.
Genuinely,
producer role. They won't get rid of anyone, will they?
No one's going anywhere. Especially
no one's going anywhere.
Who's really gonna want to see Aiden English on AEW? Just throwing that out.
Yeah, but he could do a job somewhere, and WWE don't want people going anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, you got. It's not even as a wrestler. Just because I enjoy
He'll do the Tom Phillips. He will produce, but what's he producing? Doesn't matter. He'll produce.
Like Paige, just there.
He'll just produce.
Cool. And then
Byron, Rip Byron.
Yeah,
he's not dead. His career's dead.
I'm quite glad Byron's not on anymore.
Bye.
No more David Otunga as well.
That's
no, he'll still be on pre-show.
But people forgot that he was a 2-time tag team champion. So
Booker T, nice one.
Only he knows that though. Literally, he was the only person.
Best thing is just Booker T corpsing. Love it. And then the final bit of news, which also came out in the last hour or two. Apparently, John Morrison has signed with WWE.
I love this.
PW Insider brought it out, I think.
They're not usually wrong about, certainly about signings. So I'm looking forward to seeing John Morrison again. You might even see a return of Miz and Morrison together. I can't remember
It makes complete sense for him. Like all his best mates are there. Like
Eminem, yeah.
All his best mates are there, like Miz and Dolph and all that.
Yeah.
The funny thing
Johnny
is,
SmackDown or Johnny NXT. So.
I saw a tweet which someone liked, and it literally just listed a bunch of matches, both from NXT and WWE, or just WWE in general. So imagine these as matchups.
So yeah, 3 matches which everyone does when someone signs. Cool.
Yeah, but listen to this list: Morrison versus Ricochet.
Love that.
Morrison versus AJ Styles.
That would be awesome.
Morrison versus Ali.
Yeah.
Morrison versus Sorry, go.
I'm gonna go on.
Morrison versus Andrade.
Morrison versus
That'd
Mojo.
be fire.
That'd be a good match.
Morrison versus
Shelton
Buddy
Benjamin.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Morrison versus Shelton Benjamin. Go back to the good old days.
Oh yes.
Morrison versus
Morrison
Balor
versus Bo Dallas.
Cedric. No, don't be
Morrison.
stupid.
Well, they're listing every other name.
No, they're listing. They're listing people who can actually go. Bo Dallas
can go.
Yeah, like
can go, but not anymore.
it's what everyone does when someone signs. It's like when Moxley signs. It's like Moxley versus Ishii. Oh, Moxley versus Suzuki. It's like cool dream matches. We're gonna get it tomorrow.
Moxley versus Toriano. There we go.
Exactly.
Indeed, Toriano is Bay. But yeah, I didn't really see a lot of him when I was watching WWE. I think it's the time that I didn't really get into it. But
incredibly athletic.
He's a very.
I know he does a
star.
Is it a Starship Moonsault?
I haven't watched much of his work.
He's very twisty.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. I think I've seen him jump off the top of an elimination chamber, like the old style one as well.
Think of a taller Neville.
Oh my good god!
Who's more handsome and not a bastard.
Yeah, with better looks.
And not a bastard.
Of course, not a bastard. No.
That's pretty much the news. The only other tiny bit of news that happened that we haven't really talked about, which is only probably going to excite Jack, maybe. Kushin Liger made an appearance.
Kushin Liger.
I saw that.
The guy's
it looked
mad,
badass.
He did look good.
He
And then
tried to kill
the
Suzuki
spike. He tried to kill him.
Spike.
That is
Mad
murder.
Mad guy. He's only done it 3 times. And it's
Three
usually
times previous.
And it's usually for big feuds. And considering he's retiring soon, him and Suzuki were
fire. And also, big star who you need to wait for to be a star in 10 years, be a star, is Intercontinental Champion.
He is, which is interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know. Just came out of nowhere.
I don't know where. I don't know what Naito is doing in the company at the moment, because every now and again he says he wants both belts. Then he
loses it.
Loses the belt. It's just like, okay.
Cool.
What's going on? But yeah, Jay White.
Because there were stories, isn't there, that both Kota, it was going to be Kota versus Naito
again.
After he wins this, so Kota Ibushi's going to win the title off Okada.
Insider news from Smoothman here.
No, this is what I heard. I don't know where I found it from. It's probably from Sliced, to be fair. But it was like, yeah, Kota Ibushi will win the title against Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. This was when Thingy still had the Intercontinental title, but they were going to fight each other. So then one of them became 2-time champion, dual champion.
Kota 2 belts.
Or El Destino 2 belts. But yeah, I haven't watched it properly. I haven't even turned the New Japan World on for at least 2 months. So
my
I just saw it on Twitter. That $7.99 is going down a treat. I don't see it, and I don't use it.
Love to see it.
Do you want to do the question from Matt now or later?
We'll do it now.
Yeah, go on, do it now.
So Matt unfortunately can't be with us, but he did send us in a very interesting question, straight from the heart, as always with Matt. Is Seth Rollins the worst top champ in the company's history? His Survive and Prevail promo buried him further for him. You don't want a champion to survive, you want them to dominate.
Yes and no. I don't think he's the worst champion, but his promo was fucking horrible.
Yeah. I've got nothing else to add other than that, to be honest.
But he's nowhere near the worst champion.
Yeah.
But
so that's champion.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey.
Jinder.
None of that lip, mister.
The Brian Kendrick was champion for all of a minute and a half.
Cool.
Stop firing shots at people who deserve to be champion.
What, the Brian Kendrick deserved to be champion?
Yes. Top boy.
Absolutely.
When does he have a WWE champion or Universal champion?
Well, not Universal, it was WWE champion. The old WCW champion. When they had like a scramble or something in the ring.
Oh, when everyone was champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was champion for about a minute.
I think I was champion at that point as well.
Yes.
Let's quickly skim over the part that Seth Rollins did. His promo came out and was talking about how he has to prevail against people like Lesnar and Strowman, all these monsters, and now he's got the Fiend. Which, I'm sorry, if you were petrified the week before, you'd still be quivering and shaking and like.
Well, he was.
Not really.
He was by the end.
That was at the end of the night.
That's your champion, everybody.
Do you know what?
Thanks for coming.
Do you know what? That is a great impression. That was spot on. Even the face as well. I'm sorry, our listeners can't see the face, but the face is just spot on.
Oh, it's. Oh.
Yeah, the promo was trash. Then he got interrupted by Strowman. Blamed.
It's going to be even worse when he beats Prey. Don't know how we're going to cope with that.
Blamed Seth for the loss of the tag team championships. Rollins said he's busy with upcoming title matches against the Fiend, but if he wants, if Strowman wants some of him, then they can fight on the show tonight. Obviously, accept. See you later in the main event. Lols.
Dickhead.
Sorry, Big Butt.
I literally have nothing to add.
No. Viking Raiders versus the OC. The OC have new theme before match starts. No, it's not the OC theme from the TV show. They have a new theme. Apparently.
Matt got really pissed off with everyone running the joke a little bit of the bubbly down to the ground. He's the only person who says this joke now. He loves it. Literally running it to the ground.
I don't mind anything, to be honest.
I thought it was all right.
It caught me by surprise.
Yeah, it confused me. Mainly because AJ was there. So I always thought if AJ was coming out as the OC, they'd just play AJ's thing.
But they need to establish themselves as a group.
We'll see. Because next week it's AJ versus Cedric for the US title. We'll see if he comes out to.
No. He'll still come up to his theme.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe that's just. I quite liked the Good Brothers' old theme, to be fair.
It's not bad.
Right.
It needed to be a bit healing, isn't it?
Yeah.
This one's not too bad. It will do. It will suffice. It's not generic. Or it didn't sound generic.
It sounds like I think someone, I don't know if this is true, someone like commented on Twitter saying it was by Godsmack.
Godsmack.
Yeah.
I stand alone.
Yeah.
Never heard of her.
Inside.
And they also did the theme for Crown Jewel and every Saudi Arabia show. It's the same song.
Yeah.
The Legends Rise song is the same one used every year.
OC Tag Team Champions at the next Saudi show.
Yes.
Confirmed.
Godsmack are the most generic American, mid-American rock band you could think.
Which are pretty much like Downstate, but
no, Downstate aren't that bad because
Downstate are just wrestler theme music generators, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whereas Godsmack during the 2000s pretty much became that. I'd say.
What themes have Godsmack done? I'm not familiar with them.
They I don't know what themes they did, but they're just a generic.
Oh, so they've never done a wrestling theme.
They have. You talk about the rest of Raw, and I'll go and Google it.
I'm googling it as well because I don't know anything
Brilliant.
about them.
So then,
Good
as
dead
far
air.
as I know, all I can see is people's fucking phones at the minute.
You love to see it.
He's
You
just showing off
mentioned
his
the
brand
name and
new
I
iPhone.
don't know.
Showing off his brand new, fresh iPhone. Rich bastard. So then, what happened on Raw?
We were talking about the OC versus the Viking Raiders.
It was an okay match. That was actually quite a good match to me.
It was a decent match.
Yeah.
It was a New Japan match. I love it.
Yes.
Oh, they have only done SummerSlam theme.
Great.
So generic,
Yeah.
not wrestler themes. So I was incorrect. I do apologise.
But they are a generic rock band.
Yes, that is established. Yeah. Let's talk about Raw again, shall we? So the Viking Raiders had a match against the OC. I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it was a good match. I have no issues with it. It was very entertaining. Very quick. And anyway, look. Throwing around.
Yeah.
We can really add to that. There's a lot of throwing around.
Yeah. We got a magic killer attempt, which didn't work. But we did get the Viking Raiders with the win, which yes, they should win. But also the OC need to look dominant and they don't.
The only way the OC look dominant is when they attack people after matches now.
Yeah, which you can't.
It's cheap heat.
But
Yeah, but Viking, it'd be wrong to have the Viking Raiders lose.
Oh, definitely, it makes complete sense.
Unless it's with shenanigans. But and there was shenanigans. AJ got sent away, then he got, "You're out of here."
I love how refs get really animated when they do that.
I love Kyoto's one. Kyoto's one's fantastic. Out of here.
I've returned. I can confirm I still don't know who Godsmack are.
Smashing.
Did you just listen to some of their songs?
I listened to some songs. I was like, I don't know what any of this is.
Did you listen to Legends Rise?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you listen to that one later. Listen to that one later, then you'll know. Michael Cole had a backstage interview segment with Becky Lynch. To be quite honest, I skipped it because I hate backstage segments.
It was a decent interview. To be fair. Becky's finally getting her attitude back, which is good. And not going around like a little bitch.
Yes, she has.
I said bitch.
Bitch.
I said bitch.
Every good women's promo ends in bitch.
Yeah, she's finally. It's a shame she's finally starting to. I'm finally starting to like her again.
You know what it is?
Oh,
you're right. It's because they've distanced the Seth and Becky thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what needed to happen.
Oh no, because Seth's still a little bitch.
Yeah, Seth's still a bitch, but I'm fine with not liking Seth. But yeah.
We saw EC3 again on TV.
Yay.
And not running after the 24/7 title. He was in a match against Rusev. He took massive L.
Well, it was the whole idea was just to start building Rusev's credibility back.
He looks a fine human, doesn't he?
Which one?
Rusev.
Oh, he does. He's got the Rick Rude tash as well.
Oh, fine human.
Oh,
makes me
specimen.
Oh,
sweet Jesus!
I can now see why Maria Kanellis was going and crazy about him.
Yeah,
give me a baby.
Maybe.
Give me a baby. There's a podcast.
Brilliant. Yeah, that was okay. And then was it at the end of the match? R-Truth came out and rushed to the ring, being followed by many wrestlers, as always. Yes. The same usual crew: Drake Maverick, Mojo Rawley. Forgot he existed.
He's the future with his new 5-year deal. Future. Next.
Genuinely
forgot he existed.
The future.
Best fucking engine in the world.
Lucha House Party was there. And then we had R-Truth was kind of not really saying much, but Carmela took the mic and said, "Look, stop. We're finished. We've had enough of this running around. We don't want to do it anymore. It's back and forth. We've won it. We've lost it. We've won it. We're running away. We've won it. We've lost it." And then, as they're going to hug about it and do something, Carmela rolls up R-Truth, pins him for the title, and I go, "She's just turned heel. What is this?"
She's not turned heel.
No, I know. But I thought it was funny because my instant reaction was, "Oh my god, she's just turned on him. She's turned heel." Yeah. And then I was like, "Actually, no, that makes sense because now the women are going to chase after it." And I think it's a very good idea putting it on the women.
Both. This is what I don't understand. Both can do it when the men have got it. It doesn't matter if a bloke rolls up a woman. You don't want a bloke smacking a woman in the face
or deep sixing her.
Oh Jesus!
That was sick.
That was disgusting. It reminds me when the hardcore title was 24/7, and you had Molly Holly running around backstage, and I think Christian smacked a door, the top half of a door, and she went fucking head first into it, bang down, 1, 2, 3 pin, proper nasty. But I think stuff like that could happen, and it'd be entertaining. But
yeah, I know what's happening. Inside a scoop from my head.
Oh, go on.
Inside a scoop. Drake Maverick's wife's going to win it. They're going to try and consummate the marriage. Drake Maverick's going to get it back by not consummating the marriage.
And just pinning her.
Oh, just pinning her and jogging on. Renee with the line of the night.
Go on then.
On this one. Carmela picks up the win with the belt. Renee says, "Corey, now you can consummate the marriage." Corey goes, "It's too late for that one." And then awkward silence afterwards and a bit of laughter. And then
I bet there's some absolute corpse in which you can't see on camera. That is amazing. And then she escaped through the crowd, leaving with the 24/7 title. We didn't see it again until SmackDown.
I do like how R-Truth was like, oh, okay, you got me. Fair enough. All right, let's work
And then was like, yeah, I'll give you a piggyback and we'll run away. Love it.
Carmela tried to give R-Truth a piggyback. Realised couldn't lift him. So R-Truth gave her a piggyback again.
Brilliant. Yeah.
they're a great double act. Can't argue that they're a fantastic double act.
They work.
Carmela just looks like she's living her best life at the moment. She looks like she's really enjoying it.
And awesome. I don't think you can be in something with R-Truth without enjoying it.
He just seems
because
like
he's so infectious. If you're with, I can imagine if you're with R-Truth, you must be a laugh a minute.
Absolutely.
Then we had Nikki Cross and Sasha Banks.
Let's play it back 6 months when Chris hated R-Truth.
No, you're right. Yeah, fine. Hands up with that one. I accept that I was wrong about R-Truth. It just got on my nerves all the time.
He was never on TV.
His old stupid Jimmy gimmick and things like that.
Little Jimmy.
Pretending to be dumb.
Ryan Satine posted a photo of that earlier. I might send it to you just to reignite the fire in your belly.
Little Jimmy.
Can't fucking wait for that.
Nikki Ross.
Nikki Ross.
Nikki
My God.
Is that Rick Ross's daughter?
Every day I'm hustling.
My God.
Nikki Ross. I said it again. That's because you said it. Nikki Cross versus Sasha. Obviously with people
decent
outside the ring. Bailey and Alexa Bliss were there. Yeah, it was decent.
I love how they're building Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
To go like she's evens with the top stars.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is awesome to see. Which they need, because at the moment it's just the 4 horsewomen, and that's about it.
Yes. So obviously there was attempts at shenanigans outside the ring.
And Alexa's well built into. She's a quote unquote top star.
Yeah, I think is it on Raw or SmackDown? It's on Raw. It's going to be Alexa versus Sasha.
Yeah.
And then on SmackDown, we're going to get the 4 horsewomen tag team again.
I mean, isn't it sort of like well known backstage that Sasha and Alexa?
I don't know if it's well known. I thought it was a work, but there you go.
I know it's been like it's a smarky thing that's been going on for ages, and
I thought it was just
it's not
Alexa Bliss probably saw Sasha Banks backstage and was just a bitch. And then massive Heatington.
But yeah, good match. Banks defeated Cross with a Banks statement. Yeah, Bailey attempted to get involved, and that's why.
I'd say that I'm really enjoying this Bailey stuff in a minute, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know where it's gonna go.
I don't know if
it could be when we have the draft in 2 weeks that they go separate ways still, or they could be on the same.
No, there's no way they're splitting them up.
I don't know whether I'm enjoying it. I'm certainly not disliking it, but I'm not quite sure on it yet. Just waiting.
I'm waiting for her to. I'm waiting for Bailey to go sort of massive full blown heel.
I don't think that will happen.
That's really? Heelish.
Yeah, but she's.
I guess they don't want her to be fully fledged heel because they want Sasha to be the bitch. They want Sasha to be the full blown cunt, basically. And if Bailey was also a massive heel, that would kind of take away from Sasha, I guess.
I guess.
In interesting developments on Smoothman's end, yes, I do speak in third person now. Ember Moon and Lacey Evans. I actually watched it.
It's a really good match.
I watched a Lacey Evans match.
It was a decent match until someone hasn't taught Lacey Evans how to do a sharpshooter. And it was just like, what are you doing?
Didn't Natalia pick up on that on the post match as well? Because she doesn't know how to do it properly.
I think so. Genuinely, I was kind of talking to Alice when I was like watching this, and I was like, "Look, what is this? I'm watching a Lacey Evans match, mainly because I wasn't really paying attention." And then I started watching it, and then Alice was like, "Oh, she looks better than the last time I saw her wrestle." I was like, "Yeah, I actually agree with you, Alice. Well done."
No, right. And she's getting better and better and better every week.
Just someone needs to teach her how to do it. Someone needs to teach Natalia how to do a sharpshooter.
She tried to get it into it, and then she just literally flopped her leg,
Fell over,
back on the floor.
Didn't have any talk.
She's just laid on the floor. Ember Moon's just got her back on the floor, and her legs are wrapped around your leg. That's not a sharpshooter, love. Come on, you gotta talk the back, you know.
Yeah.
Well, she couldn't because she fell over and then she couldn't get back
tells her how to do it.
I know how to.
Hey, it's still better than the Rock's one.
I'm already in first stages of wrestling training after the chops I took. So.
Chop. It's still better than the Rock's sharpshooter. So there you go.
Yeah. Firefly Funhouse we had where Rambling Rabbit and Huskus the Pig were fighting over an action figure of Seth Rollins. He's getting more picture frames. Interesting development on the Twitter I saw. Someone has suggested, because Liv Morgan has got a black Twitter cover photo and black background Twitter profile picture, she's the person who was laughing in the background.
But everyone does that when they go.
Genuinely, I was like, I didn't see that, and then when I listened to it again, I was like, oh, maybe. But
everyone has black headers and black pictures when they go AWOL for a bit.
Yeah, people are like
blackout.
It's Liv Morgan, but she has gone away to do a makeover, hasn't she? So
she cut off a pink hair. I saw that.
Repackage herself. So who knows? She could be involved, but I doubt it because Bray needs to be on his own.
But Bray's not on his own.
No, he's not.
He's got Rambling Rabbit and Abby the Witch.
Pig and
oh my god!
Big boy.
I've just looked at Twitter. You know what I sent to you earlier on about Chris Jericho, where he tweeted, I'm just going to leave this here. Walls equals the worst wrestling name ever. Just saying. Matters replied.
Oh, God.
Did you see my quote tweet?
I know I've just said cunt on the podcast, but is this safe for the podcast?
What about Chris Jericho? Sounds like someone on the sex offenders register.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, Jesus, man.
That man can't be taken
out. The man has no filter. He has no filter.
He's broken us.
You're right, Jack.
I want to die.
The best thing was I quoted the tweet and put my picture from the Walter video where I'm like really angry, which was quite funny.
I'm quite proud of that one.
Thanks. Just say it. Just all you need to do is go Volta, and he's an evil man. Not
Volt. Yeah, but it's because Thingy says
Walter. It's because Americans don't know how to say it properly. The nonsense.
But yeah, back to Firefly Funhouse. They snapped Seth Rollins' figure in half and said sharing is caring, and then did his usual staring into camera for a long period of time, and then see you in hell. See you in hell. Brilliant.
Funny.
Still not bypassing the fact that he's losing to Seth on house shows.
Doesn't matter.
I'm ignoring that.
It's a dark matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm ignoring everything that you just said. It didn't happen in my world.
Seth's winning.
Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin has new King.
It's not Baron Corbin.
It's King Corbin. Sorry, King Baron Corbin. Doesn't have the same.
No, just King Corbin.
King Corbin has new music which works quite well.
Oh, so you like a mixed match of going back and forth, do you? Oh, so you're changing your tune, are you? Okay. You going back on what you said last week, are you?
It merges in and it actually fits in with this character. Don't get me.
But it's a mixed match. You hate mixed matches.
It's not mixed though, because it's not somebody else's theme, is it?
It's a different theme.
They've adapted its theme.
It's a different theme, though.
That's different.
It's not different. It's a mixed match of music.
Different.
It's not.
I'm not going there.
Different. It's different. Shut your face.
Swerven is a hypocrite.
I'm not a hypocrite.
He actually loves the Kabuki Warriors theme.
I actually hate it.
Oh no, that is
I actually hate
big
it.
Fan.
Fucking
big fan.
Oh, don't get me started on that. We'll get to that later when I give it I give it a new name. That match, it's got a new name.
Oh, good! I can't wait.
It's not that interesting. I'm just renaming it. Chad Gable tried to get redemption after what happened. Corbin really after what happened last week where he destroyed his crown and cape. And
I love it. The new, at least that's continuity. They actually got some new crown and it looks fucking awesome.
I love it. It looks amazing, and the whole sheepskin thing, wolf thing, whatever he's got, cape thing he's got, it looks bloody awesome.
Yep. And pretend to be shocked. It was an absolute worldie of a match. again.
Oh, yeah.
Ended with a disqualification because Corbin realised he couldn't defeat Gable and hit him with his scepter.
Beat the living fuck out of him with the scepter, I think.
Yes, he did. Then we had the Fatal 5-Way #1 contender match, which included Shinsuke Nakamura. For some reason, he's from SmackDown, goes to Raw and gets a... Don't ask.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because this contained the best image of Sami Zayn to ever happen, ever.
Yeah, it does. Robert Roode, United States champion AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and Ricochet. So whoever wins will face Seth Rollins next week on the season premiere, because apparently that's what we say these days. It's just
right. The reason why it's a season premiere
next week's Raw, mate,
is because
next
in America, because it's the longest ever TV episodic thing, it's classed as a TV series, so they have to have different series. So Raw and SmackDown is essentially like The Office or Suits. Suits is a good topical one nowadays, isn't it?
Shut your face.
It's just a TV series, and it's just a way for them to start a new.
It's just a dumb way to do it,
Yeah,
especially when they're in the middle of about 15 different storylines.
They've repackaged their logo 40 times in the last 2 years.
But it's also a good way to freshen things up because obviously SmackDown's the whole WWE is changing because SmackDown's moving. Then
I understand why they've called it that, but
and the draft. The draft is coming, isn't it? Yes.
In what is that? It's not next week. It's 2 weeks, isn't it? After Hell in a Cell, is it?
Yes.
No. After.
It's just Americans being Americans. There you go.
So the match, I really enjoyed this. Shinsuke Nakamura took the first fall by defeating Ricochet with a Kinshasa.
Which I was like, you hear all these stories like Ricochet's getting a massive push. Ricochet first eliminated. It's like, what? Like I was genuinely shocked. I was like, what the fuck? Where's that come from?
He was just the body for the match. It's fine. It could have been. You could have thrown any flipper in there. It's fine.
Yeah, but it's not. I didn't expect him to win. I honestly expected AJ to win, but there you go.
That would have made sense.
But it genuinely shocked me that Ricochet was out first. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Then it was Styles who then eliminated Nakamura, gave him a phenomenal forearm.
Phenomenal forearm.
Then it was Roode who then came out of nowhere pretty much instantly hit him with the glorious DDT to eliminate him. It left with Roode and Mysterio. This was good. I think it did wonders for Bobby Roode because obviously we don't see a lot of him. I know we've seen more of him now, but before we didn't.
It is good to see.
And he's not Bobby Roode. It's Robert Roode.
Yes. It's good to see Robert Roode. I kind of wish it was someone else getting that sort of treatment, but it's nothing against Roode at all. I mean, he's a fantastic wrestler.
He's got a great spine buster.
Oh, love that spine buster.
I guess if it improves Roode, then in the same way it would improve the tag team division because then more people will be invested in Roode.
Exactly.
Means more people will be invested in the tag division.
Attempted the glorious, he attempted the glorious DDT. We then got Mysterio trying to roll up after that. We had another attempt, failed again. We had the usual 619 top rope splash to win. As we mentioned earlier, Nakamura and Sami Zayn with the best thing ever. It sounded like Mario dying.
Oh no, it was basically there was a fantastic clip on camera where Nakamura drags AJ out and floors him in some capacity. The camera's focused on Nakamura, yet along the bottom you see Sami Zayn pulling off the derpiest face while he's so happy, just sort of ring across. It's a perfect image.
Go and check it out.
I really am enjoying. I know people aren't liking it, but I'm really enjoying Sami Zayn at the minute. I'm really like it.
I think he's injured, you know.
Oh no, he's not injured. Still taking bumps. He's not injured. He's got fuck all to do.
Yeah, he's just got because every time he wrestled, he's fucking lost anyway.
Yeah, so he had nothing going on.
Perfect role for the time being.
He's great on the mic.
Oh, definitely.
So why not? Yeah, absolutely.
Then we had.
Shinsuke needs the mouthpiece, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. Then we had Strowman and Rollins in the main event of the night. So it was just.
We don't even need to talk about the match. What happened afterwards, Movement?
After the match, it was. It was about. I think it was. Strowman was about to give him a running power.
I thought you were going to say give him head. I thought that's what. Oh my god!
No, he was going to give him a running power slam.
Yes.
As he was about to do it, we had pew lights go off.
Do that again.
Pew 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 pew. Then we had the image of the Fiend giving a mandible claw. He went straight in for the mandible claw on Strowman. Then he was laughing, usual Fiend shenanigans. Then he stopped. Go on, Chris.
I was going to say, the thing, because obviously Strowman's on his back, and then he goes to get up, and then he launches at him again. That was terrifying.
The bit where he was on all fours just staring at him.
Yeah.
Before he hit him with the mandible. It wasn't long. It felt like forever, but it wasn't long. He was literally on all fours, and the lights are still shaking in front of his face. And you just go, oh my God, that is terrifying.
He pounced on him afterwards as well.
He pounced on him and just went,
shit.
And then Seth, while he's doing it, he's
in the corner. Oh, for God's sake. This is your champion. This is your top babyface champion.
I tweeted this after it, and I know people are going to say it's not going to happen. I know Jack's going to immediately say he's losing at Hell in a Cell, but I'm sorry, he has to win.
They're going to add Braun Strowman to Hell in a Cell.
He has to win. I'm sorry, I don't want it to happen.
No. What they're going to do is they're going to add Strowman to the Hell in a Cell. Seth's going to pin Strowman. Fiend still comes out looking strong. That's the only logical booking out of this.
The only logical booking is the Fiend walks out as champion. The only logical booking.
He has to walk out as champion.
But
I saw someone ridiculously say on Twitter the other day that the only way that the Fiend can look strong and come out of this without the title is it's a DQ. I was like, do you know how Hell in a Cells work, mate?
They did it last year. They're probably going to do it again.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar to turn up with his WWE title in hand. Double Brocky 2 belts.
Unless, because what you're going to see is you're going to see Strowman and Rollins team up to decimate the Fiend. That's what's going to happen.
That's instantly burying the Fiend. You might as well just.
But that's what it's going to be. You're going to have chairs and tables and stuff. He'll be buried under all of them.
Vince knows this is money.
They wouldn't be pushing it so hard because obviously the starting bit of Raw.
That was really cool.
They're now and forever. They like fades in and out, isn't it now? And they're going all in on the character.
They need to do it. It has to happen. Has to happen. I don't want to hear any more.
What happens to weekly television?
What do you mean? What happens to weekly television?
He comes out with a belt and attacks people. Done.
Oh.
He stands and scares
the top
people.
champion doesn't need to be on TV every week.
Exactly. Just turns up when he wants.
Look how bad Seth is getting.
Okay.
People are turning on Kofi. I still don't mind Kofi. I'm not turning on him yet, but Brock Lesnar, although he could turn up more, twice a month. You see the champion.
If you're trying to use Brock Lesnar as a good example, Brock Lesnar is not a great example to use. I'm sorry.
So he's on Raw. Lesnar's on Raw next week and taking on Kofi at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, obviously season premiere. You got to have the big stars on Raw.
Oh, God.
And then the Fox premiere,
including mid-TV with Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan got absolutely booed to crap as well when they announced it. Love to see it.
It's because Miz announced it with the Street Profits, didn't he? When Street Profits were doing their thing, and I was just looking at the Street Profits when they said Hulk Hogan. They were just there like,
Yeah.
And then Ric Flair, and they were like, "Yeah, man, Ric Flair."
Yeah. Then we went to SmackDown. Sorry, Chris, you were going to say something.
No. It's just Hogan. I don't want him anywhere near anything ever.
It's a name on the first show, isn't it?
Let me tell you something, brother. Welcome to this SmackDown premiere. We're on Raw, mate.
The one thing I loved about the ending to Raw was to just fade to black with the signature and just Bray Wyatt laughing as they ended.
That was nice.
It was just like
as if they're channeling when Kane and The Undertaker used to decimate people, and that's when it ended. Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, please. No, yeah, you're right. They are very much going all in with this, and I hope they don't fuck it up.
Oh, they will, but
no, you see, I don't think they will.
They can't afford to.
With AEW this close, they can't really afford to.
True. SmackDown Live.
Like a
started with
SmackDown Live. We found out that CM Punk's coming back.
Wait, what?
Because Rowan was wearing his Kill Switch Engage shirt.
Oh yes,
CM Punk confirmed to be returning next week.
Christ, that's a left at the traffic lights. That came out of nowhere.
It's facts, mate. Insider knowledge.
I was so confused when you were saying CM Punk.
Because I saw him with the Kill Switch t-shirt on. I recognised it. I was like, oh, that's a cool t-shirt. Hey, let's pick Kill Switch.
He must have lots of money, this man, because he's buying lots of band shirts and then ripping
He's just a mark, isn't he?
Yeah, he
loves have loads of wrestling t-shirts. He has loads of band.
Yeah, but he's ripping the sleeves off.
Obscure pants.
Yes.
Yeah. So he started the night. He came out and did a bit of a promo.
His promo work
so
is
good on the
brilliant.
mic.
I
good.
really enjoy it.
I don't remember a lot that happened.
Because the thing is, this is the thing I don't get, is bear in mind just how shit Rowan used to be on the mic. Going back years ago, it was so bad and he wasn't utilised in any way then. Now you throw him in front of a mic now and he's fantastic. I think it's because he believes it. You can tell that he believes what he's doing now, believes in the character. Because it actually has a defined character now, rather than just a man who wears a lamb mask.
And doesn't speak.
Yeah.
I didn't know what his voice sounded like. I completely forgot. And then when the other week, I was like, "What?
What? Rowan has got voice box. What?
Yeah. So Rowan did his promo. Then we had Daniel Bryan come to the ring. He marched there and said, "Look, if you want respect, if you want this, fight me. Okay, then we'll have a fight." So they had a match. And the match was pretty much just battling. We tried to have a label lock, which didn't work. Luke Harper then got involved, as always, distracted Daniel Bryan. Pair of iron claws, win, done. Obviously,
Daniel Bryan died for our sins.
Very much did.
Yes, he did. After the match, we had Harper and Rowan absolutely destroy Daniel Bryan before the big dog, which I'm so glad Byron Saxton did it so tamely. It was nice.
It's the big dog.
And we got a little glimpse of Daniel Bryan half-heartedly returning the yes chant.
Yeah, he did the yes kicks, didn't he?
At the end.
He wasn't doing the yes, he was just getting the crowd.
He was nearly doing it. It was just like, oh.
He's turning face, and it's good. I like it.
Well, it's been
I think there might be a swerve. I think. Is this a Hell in a Cell? Or is this
Of course it is.
It's a tag team match.
I kind of think he's not going to team. He's going to team up with Roman, but then I think he's going to attack Roman afterwards, but not necessarily side.
I'd like it. It's Bischoff booking. And that's
daddy booking. Daddy booking.
Indeed.
My daddy works for SmackDown.
Oh, daddy.
Oh, daddy. Kofi Kingston did a backstage segment with Michael Cole. It was really awkward at the start because he was telling Michael Cole to thrust his hips.
Yay.
Thrust your hips, Cole boy.
Please don't do that.
So you watched this one, but not the Becky one?
I didn't watch this one. I skipped this one as well. I just saw the beginning and went, what is going on?
What?
What?
You watched too much PewDiePie, I'm sorry.
I watched it today.
I've not seen any PewDiePie for a little while. Binge watch when I get a chance.
This one wasn't as good as the Becky one. It was just I have beaten everyone like Dolph Ziggler. I'm going to beat Brock. Lol. Bye.
Okay, that's legit.
Okay, Kofi. Good luck with that.
Then we had Chad Gable versus Chad Gable came out. I don't know if he was coming out for a match. I think it always.
Yeah, this confused me, but I'm pretty sure the match was already announced.
But he looked like he was coming for a promo, I think.
Yeah.
Mike Kanellis then interrupted in a way to obviously try and win a match. That didn't last very long because German suplex ankle lock win by.
I'm pretty sure it was a match, but they needed something to make the match make sense.
Yeah,
like we need some storyline behind this.
So otherwise, just Chad Gable just walked to the ring and just stand.
It made no sense. Then after the match, Elias erupted with a little video package, just to perform a song, which was making fun of how short he is.
It was actually a really good song. It was a bit of a banger.
Yes. Banks and Bailey versus Charlotte Flair and Carmela. Obviously, no 24/7 champion rules in force because it's a match. I think it's good to have Carmela in this.
Because Carmela and Charlotte are mates, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, it does make sense, and I'm happy to see. It looks like Carmela's clearly winning favors backstage, and she's earning her spot.
She was. I think she had a health scare recently or something. She put on Twitter.
Yeah, she did.
And she must obviously be cleared now, and hope everything's good. And like I said earlier, she seems to be enjoying everything she's doing. And she's in a match with 3 of the top women. So.
Who would have thought that the valet for Enzo and Cass would already be SmackDown Women's Champion and in main event-esque matches with the 4 horsewomen, or 3 of the 4 horsewomen,
and be more relevant than Enzo and Cass?
Yes, it's mad.
Who would have thought the valet for Enzo and Cass would be the last one left? That's true.
That is true.
Fair play to her. She's like, I know we oscillated her when she first came champion, saying she wasn't ready, but she's improved a hell of a lot. And fair play to her.
Her first good match was her last match as champion.
That triple threat, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was incredible in that match. She held her own.
She's improved a hell of a lot, and it's good to see.
It is.
Yeah. The match finished with a bank statement on Carmela. Obviously, Truth then pretty much carried her away with all the women following. Probably the funniest thing out of that was Kairi Sane continuing.
That wasn't funny.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Using her periscope to telescope, not periscope, telescope.
Keep it in character, Jack. It's in character.
It's great. I thought
it doesn't need to keep it in character.
Just a shame. Just a shame.
What's she looking at? She was looking at the back of the Asuka's head.
Doesn't matter.
Weirdo. It does. You can't see where you're going.
Whatevs. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ali. Ali, I am surprised, didn't hurt himself in this match.
Ali,
oh my God,
nearly died for our sins.
Jesus Christ!
When I saw that his legs were going above his head, I was like, "Oh my God, no!" Oh, and then he's just some sort of miracle man. He just rolled out of it. Like, okay, cool.
He rotated just at the last minute to land on his shoulder. Then, I mean, he caught his head a bit.
It looked like he landed on his head, but obviously he's rolled into it, so he's literally hit his head on the announce desk.
And then just stood up and was like, "Yeah, I'm sound, me."
And then there was another one where he was thrown on the outside, I think.
Oh, that was nasty.
And the thud. It was just a massive thud. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, it was on the
dying, please.
Nakamura just launched him and he went, yeet!
Stop, he dead.
But no, he nearly did the Cesaro or Lita suicide dive, didn't he?
Yes.
Or Big E. Big E did it once. It was, especially when he's doing it to the announce table. It just
Big E always seems to look like he's going to die when he does a suicide dive.
Yeah,
it's not a hateful thing. It's just because he's just an absolute beast, so fast, and then he tries to slow himself down and it just doesn't work. And I think his legs always get caught on the rope.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how you could jump through ropes at top speed.
Well, it's like
mad.
The one of the Viking Raiders does. Well,
they're the big lads. I forgot Ivar.
The one that was handsome.
Fucking handsome.
What?
Ivar.
How?
How do you do it? How do you?
Absolute units, mate. They've just got sick cardio.
But he's 305 live.
Yeah.
And he's jumping through ropes. I can barely get out of bed in the morning.
So I like the bit where Ali could also kick in with a super kick while he's trying to do a Kinshasa. Obviously, it was going to end with Nakamura winning.
By a shenanigan.
By shenanigans, yes.
How much Sami Zayn-ness.
Yeah. The New Day versus the B Team, to be quite honest, I didn't.
The only thing that was good in that match was Big E following Bo Dallas when he was running around the ring doing his Bo Lee stuff. And Big E starts following him, then just yeets Curtis Axel and then throws and then attacks Bo Dallas. Yeah. Then they do what is Midnight Hour, isn't it?
Midnight Hour,
yeah.
1, 2, 3 simples.
Squash match.
Easy win for the New Day. Then after that, we had a backstage segment where Mandy Rose was dishing out. Mainly was dishing out some cover of a magazine she's on in Australia. Obviously, Otis had to get involved because for reasons. And he was just like,
Hey,
"Can you
Mandy,
do this?" And he was like,
can I have a selfie?
Cheers.
Did he do his gyrating hips? I can't remember whether I saw
No.
that.
No. And then after that, we obviously had the match of the terrible themes.
Go on then.
That was it.
Oh, is that it? I thought I was actually waiting for that.
I was actually waiting for
had
something interesting
good.
to be said there, yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't that good. The match of terrible themes.
I mean, it was an okay match, but yeah, the Kabuki Warriors
I still believe that Fire and Desire is actually quite good.
No, it doesn't work for me.
Kabuki Warriors is terrible.
The Fire and Desire one is they're two very different themes.
That's
We've
right.
got a reasonably similar BPM. It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah,
but they
no,
don't.
It seems to flow quite well though.
I don't think it does.
But Kabuki Warriors is nah.
I think the one with Rose and DeVille should just be Mandy's theme.
Sonya Deville's theme was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's good, but it just doesn't work with Mandy's.
Fuck Mandy, don't worry about that.
I wish I could.
Wow. Get behind Otis, mate.
Moving
He's
on.
first in line. What? It's true. I thought they were going out. Is that not true?
No, I think you've seen something, a rumor, and you're like, it's definitely happened.
I genuinely think they're together. I'm sure.
No.
I'm going to Google it. Well,
can we not?
Talk about Kevin Owens challenging Shane McMahon to a ladder match with their careers on the line.
Great, I can't wait for... This has to be the one that Shane McMahon loses, surely.
Shane jumps off things, lol.
Yeah, that's fine, because he could jump off a ladder and land on an announce table in space.
This is the problem with gimmick pay-per-views. Why is a ladder match in Hell in a Cell?
Because you can't have 7 Hell in a Cell matches.
Don't call the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell.
No,
then.
I agree with you. I hate gimmick pay-per-views. Elimination Chamber. Or Hell in a Cell. Or... No, look, Extreme Rules isn't too bad. But there was other ones, wasn't there? I can't remember what the other ones were.
Extreme Rules is bad because they never actually have any extreme matches. I think there was one that one year, wasn't there?
Kendo stick.
Kendo stick on a pole match.
Yes.
We need to just stop with gimmick pay-per-views. I think it's a rumor because she was dating Tino Sabatelli on a side note from what I was talking about earlier.
Right.
Cool.
No one cares.
Literally
You're
give a shit.
You're the only person who cares.
I thought it was true.
You wanted to believe, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't want to believe.
Believe in
And that was SmackDown.
Right, so seeing as none of us have watched NXT...
Should we talk about it? No.
because we've not watched it. What's the point?
You can't review something you haven't watched.
Can we just reveal what happened? Like matches?
No, because I want to watch it.
Okay.
All I know is Rhea Ripley was there and Matt ripped his cock off.
I would say that's a pod title, but I don't think it's safe for work.
We'll stick with "Give Me a Baby" for a pod table title. I think. Otis is 27 years old.
What a lad!
Fuck off. He's 27 years old. I'm fuming over it.
I'm nearly 5 years older than him. God.
That pretty much just sums up all of this week's wrestling. I think we need to end here because we've broken Chris.
How is he 27 years old?
That can't be real, surely.
I don't think he's real.
He's 27 years of jizz.
Cheers.
I suppose.
Yeah. Once again, thank you very much for listening to this week's.
And why isn't his real name? His Nikola Bojajevic. What a name.
What a lad.
27 years old.
You done? Can I close the pod now?
I don't think I'll ever be done with that. That's terrible news.
Can I close the pod yet or not?
Yes, go on then.
I've got some sweet Minecraft to do.
You're addicted. Go on.
I'm addicted. Feed it into my veins. Once again, thank you very much for listening to this week's Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you go and check us out on the Twitter at BadBookersWP. Make sure you go and check out our website. Is it still under construction, Jack?
It should be finished tonight.
It should be finished.
I did
tonight.
a lot of it. I did a lot of work on it yesterday.
Mad lad.
Absolute lad. Thanks for that, Jack. www.badbookers.com. Make sure you go and check out the YouTube channel. I know a lot of my students have. because I've heard this week that my colleagues have overheard me screaming Walter's name.
Shout out to the year sevens.
Walter.
It's Walter.
Too sweet to the year sevens, my brothers.
Too sweet.
They don't know what too sweet means. They don't understand who Walter is.
Walter. No, that's that guy that moved. That's that guy that Mr. Boothman really likes.
They definitely know what a Mr. Boothman is. That's for sure.
Did I tell the story about one of them wrote Walter on a?
I think he did. Yeah.
You know, I'm stuck on my window of my class.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you get bullied by the children as well.
Hey, if they're giving us views, remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah, so make sure you go over to our YouTube channel, Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, that's it, I think. Oh, Patreon. I remembered. Patreon, if you would like to.
And Power Slam. The advert's going to be on in a minute somehow.
Cheers. If you would like to support us on Patreon, obviously it is not expected, but we do appreciate anything that you do like to give us. The link should be down in the description. If not, go and find it on our Twitter feed. And Power Slam, not Wrestle Slam, get it right. Power Slam TV. Make sure you use Bad Bookers as the code for 1 free month.
Please.
Cheers.
Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Otis is 27. That is fucking incredible.
Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 4,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 110 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.